There should be money coming in every single month, and if you're not making money every single month, then you would literally make more money working at McDonald's. I know that there is something going on behind the scenes in crypto, and you're right. It is the reason why you have not made it in crypto yet. And it is also the reason for why you can make it in 2024. So this is not going to be a generic video filled with generic advice on how to get average results in crypto. There are millions of those videos out there already. And if you haven't noticed, they give you hope, but they most definitely don't give you money. I got the fast car. I gave money to my parents. I bought all the things I've ever wanted to buy. And I want every single one of you watching to do the same. Crypto is a big place and there is room for all of us to make it. So basically, this video will cover exactly how to retire with crypto in 2024, how to start making money right away, and there should not be a single month where you're not making money. And just as a bit of history, I have over 8 years of experience in crypto, from massive GPU farms to trading to altcoin investments, memes, and so on. I know exactly what works, what doesn't work, but most importantly, things that barely work, that most of the guys in crypto are doing. It will keep you in a loop of believing that you are going to make it, but then you end up never actually making it. You watch video after video, hearing the same generic advice again and again, and you're still not making any money. I'm here to change that. So why am I making this video if I already have a strategy that works? Well, it's quite simple. I'm a capitalist and I will keep on making more and more money until everyone in my family, my kids and future grandkids never have to work again. I'm pretty sure you understand. So let's begin. What on earth do you need to do to make it in crypto in 2024? When you see something online like a model on Instagram or someone with a fast car, you know that the model on Instagram is using filters. When you see someone with a fast car, you know it's basically rented. They are lying to you. It's a trick to make you think a certain way. It's a trick for you to give them your money. Even when you see all of these lies and deceptions, you expect people to show you the truth when it comes to making money. I just want to say that free information is free for a reason. What used to look like random wilderness has now been optimized and structured into a machine. This machine is fully optimized for one thing and one thing only, to extract as much money from you to them. So who are you and who are them? Why do you think there are so many new projects launched? Why does it look like some people make it on repeat while you never? They basically know something that you don't. To simplify, they are on the inside while you are on the outside. Insiders know when the next project will pump, they know when to sell, they know what traps to avoid. They are not playing the game of crypto in the same way that you are. It's of course all about having an advantage. Insiders have an advantage, outsiders have disadvantages. When you invest in a project, who do you think carries the risk of that investment? Imagine this, you're an insider, you get access to a private sale or seed sale. Upon launch, you receive an initial unlock of tokens, but the rest you get over 2 years. The initial amount is usually big enough to ROI your initial investment, meaning you no longer carry any risk for this project. So who carries the risk? Who is at a disadvantage? Who has their money invested in the project and has still not ROI'd? It is, of course, the outsiders. Not only are the insiders making all the money, but they're also not even carrying the risk of their investments. Their advantage as an insider is not to increase the odds of success, it is the success. The big question, how do you get this advantage? How do you become an insider? You basically need to fully understand the world of crypto from top to toe. So let's start getting you there, because it can be quite a journey because you've been brainwashed for a pretty long time. The world of crypto is complex, so let's start by understanding some of the biggest traps in crypto and also some of the biggest changes since the last bull run. This is to change the way you think and view crypto so that you can position yourself at an advantage. So let's talk about the similarities between stocks and crypto. Crypto is slowly turning into the real world. It's happening right in front of our eyes. We used to get new projects every cycle, bringing new development, new hype, and new opportunities. Crypto tokens used to be low market cap with 100 to 1000x potential growth, but what are some of the major projects we have gotten this cycle? How many of these new projects were launched with a market cap so large, not even a 10x was on the table? So why do you think this is? The projects are no longer used to provide value to the world of crypto. It's a machine of extraction. It's like a stock in the real world. Projects are launched with such large market caps because those who have early investments, I'm talking investment firms, Binance Labs, and so on, they have a great deal of tokens to unlock, and with the launch price already being a 20 to 100x of their initial investment, they don't need a 10x. They just need to keep it where it's at. And basically what they do is they farm you and slowly cash out over time without crashing the price. Since these people are also the ones running the narrative, you see how they can keep a project popular until they are done cashing out. So what projects do you actually pick? You need to pick the projects where you have an advantage over other investors. That is the only thing that matters. It is that simple. If you play on the same level as everyone else, you will be farmed by those with an advantage. You can ask yourself this question: are the tokens or the stocks there for you, or are the stocks there for the owners and investors to multiply their own money? I'm not trying to scare you from finding good opportunities. There are projects doing 10x, 50x, or even 100x in a cycle. But the biggest trap of the current meta is keeping your money in projects for too long. You can think of it like this. Every second you have your money invested in a project is a second where someone else can extract it. We see most projects going to zero. Why is that? It's the difference between the real world and crypto. Companies in the real world have real utility. When the interest of a company in the real world fades, it still provides utility, it still has value. Crypto projects, on the other hand, is mostly speculation, meaning when the interest fades and the insiders keep selling, the price goes to zero. So the key takeaway from this: crypto tokens are looking more and more like stocks, but unregulated with higher risk. So what you need to do to make it in crypto in 2024 is to treat them that way. Treat the tokens for what they are and not for what you want them to be. This is not 2017 anymore, it's 2024, and crypto is not the same anymore. Okay, so let's talk about something really important. We're talking capital protection. In the earlier days of crypto, being lucky was easier. Now that crypto projects have had the time to mature and optimize, you are no longer lucky. You either have a strategy or you're part of someone else's strategy. Do you really think those transactions of people turning $26 into 1 million with Pepe are random lucky people? All of those posts are one thing only. It's an advertisement campaign for the project done by insiders. Nobody randomly is the first at buying a project, and I'm sure you understand. So how do I invest in crypto personally while keeping capital protection at a high priority? There are two ways. I've developed a fast indicator. It's specifically designed for capital protection in mind, and the point of the indicator is to protect you against insider selling. It is similar to the Lawson line in some ways, but it has higher priority on capital protection. So let's look at some examples. On the weekly time frame, it perfectly timed the end of the bull run on New Year's Eve 2021 to 2022. It then perfectly marked the start of the bull run on January the 23rd, 2023. It perfectly timed both the start of the bull run of Pepe as well as the end of the bull run. Same with Doge, SHIB, Solana, AVAX, and so on. What this does is that I can in peace hold a project, because I know as soon as an insider starts cashing out, the indicator will let me know that it's time to sell. The archive indicator is designed with trend trading in mind. It's designed to train your mind to think in days and weeks instead of checking the charts constantly, because it's a pain in the ass emotionally to be checking the charts constantly. So for the second point, I want to state that the indicator is great when it comes to trading, but as an insider, you don't trade. As an insider, you extract. The highest level of capital protection is getting to a point where you cannot lose. If you have already cashed out your initial investment, then you simply cannot lose, even if the entire project goes to zero. This is how the game is played. Outsiders think they have a chance, but insiders have already won. They simply cannot lose because they are already in profit. We'll talk a bit more about risk management later in the video because it's so damn important. But for now, let's talk about how you get to the point where you can risk manage like this. Let's talk about something you cannot change. You cannot change the rules of the game. As we all know, projects are not guaranteed to pump next cycle. Most of you already know this, so I will keep it short. Most projects, except for maybe the top 5 or 10, are replaced on the top 200 list every cycle. By now, you should understand why. This is how the game is played. Projects are a tool of extraction. You cannot change the rules. You're playing the same game, and the only thing you can do is look at the board and make the best possible move that you can make. So let's talk about chess. Crypto, just like the real world, is played like a game of chess. But the world of crypto is smaller. You actually have a chance of positioning yourself here. In the real world, it's not easy to climb. The ladder has been broken. There are gatekeepers at every corner. And for every single person that makes it in the real world, they rebuild their own ladder. But this is not the case with crypto. Crypto is still small. It still functions in its own way. Crypto is predictable, and as long as you follow certain rules, there won't be any gatekeepers in your way. You can make it from the bottom to the top of crypto in a very small amount of time. You just need to position yourself correctly. If you can position yourself so that you have an advantage, you can finally win. You don't have to be lucky, you just have to make a better move on the chessboard. It's not about randomly trying to pick the next meme coin, it's about knowing beforehand what the next meme coin will be. That is where you should put your effort. But of course, there are many traps along the way. Most never make it past the bait along the way. So let's talk about one of the biggest traps in crypto where most of you get your money stuck. Let's talk about passive income. In crypto, there's only one real passive income. Passive income is one of the biggest traps in crypto, and you need to take a step back and analyze what is really going on. That is basically the entire point of this video. I want you guys to wake up so that you can actually finally make it in crypto. You gotta ask yourself these questions. What is the first action you do when staking, farming for passive income in crypto? It's quite a simple question. You send them your money. Next question, is the interest made equal to the risk of what you're doing? It's a simple answer. It's a no. What are you exposing your money to? You're exposing your money to the currency. You're exposing your money to hackers, rug pulls, price volatility, and more. And finally, for the most important question, why do you think you are being given this passive income? It's quite simple. We've already talked about it. They are playing the world of crypto like a game of chess. They have a strategy in mind, a plan of execution, a plan to get your money. And the passive income is the bait and you're falling for it. When you stake or when you farm, you are part of their plan, not your own. There is no passive income for outsiders in crypto. It's only bait for you to give them your money. As I said before, every second that you have your money in a project or a token is a second where they, the insiders, have the chance to extract your money. Now, you might not agree with me, but that's because you have fallen for the narrative and you don't know how to do proper risk management. If you want to know the only real passive income that insiders use in crypto, I talk about it on the cryptoarchive.com website. But if you're not ready for it, just realize that staking, farming, it's not passive income. It's bait for you to give them your money. So for the big question, how do you do this? How do you go from an outsider to an insider? It's quite simple. You provide value. You might be sitting there wondering why you need to provide value to crypto. Maybe you thought you were here to extract value. That's the thing. There are already people here extracting and they don't like to share. In order to understand how important this is and why you need to provide value, we need to talk about risk. Making it in crypto is all about pushing risk from you to others. It's simple. When you invest in something and you have the opportunity to take out your initial investment or ROI, you move the risk from yourself onto others. You are no longer at risk. This is the game everyone is playing. How can you move the risk from yourself to others? Now you might see the ones who are winning in crypto are the ones who manage the risk. Proper risk management in crypto is not about using stop loss or only using a part of your portfolio for trading. Proper risk management is making sure you are safe when things go bad. If you lose 30% to your stop loss or 3% of your total trading portfolio, would you really call that safe? I would call that a loss. So back to providing value. For you to get access to managing your risk, you need better deals. By being able to buy in early, know when the next meme coin pumps, get access to private sales. The only way you get access to this insider information is if you provide value. Provide enough value and you will become an insider. Every single person you see in the world of crypto that has an advantage over you is providing some type of value. You don't get ahead by accident. But by now you know what to do. You need to play the game of crypto like a game of chess. You need to position yourself properly. You need to provide value. You need proper risk management, and nothing in the world of crypto is free. You provide value and you will receive information or access on an equal level to the value that you provided. As you might have figured out by now, free in crypto will never get you anywhere. If the information that makes you rich in crypto is free, then you would already be rich. The free information out there was planted there to farm you. Now over on the Crypto Archive website, I go into more detail on exactly step by step how you go from an outsider to an insider. 3 simple steps where I share insider information, how to form a strategy, executing that strategy, and finally making it in crypto in 2024. If everyone knew that information, crypto would be no more. Some are ready for it and some are not. And that is the entire point. I don't want everyone to have access to this information. You can make it by yourself. If I can do it, then so can you. But for those of you that are tired of trying and just wants what works, then check out the link below. For those of you that are still here, this is just the beginning. It's time for some fresh air in the world of crypto. But for now, this is it. Peace.